Today I'm making a video here on Healthier Choices Management Corp HCMC stock. You can see here the plus 100% here, and this is the last month, just up and down and up and down and up and down. Really, going from triple zeros or 4 zeros to 0001. That's kind of how it's been over the last month. Just a straight barcode chart, even over the last day here. If you just zoom out on this super barcode chart over the last 5 days, just stays the same here. Obviously, this is an OTC stock, and obviously on this channel we've covered HCMC stock extensively originally for the Philip Morris lawsuit, as I've kind of alluded to in every video now with HCMC. Again, HCMC though continues to be one of the more heavily traded OTC stocks on the market. Looking at HCMC, 145 million share volume today in the market. Average is about 129 million, so not too far off from its average trading volume. We are seeing HCMC here, $46 million market cap. I'm going to keep this video as concise as possible. We are talking about some news here, specifically with HCMC. Recently, yesterday actually, they did report second quarter 2023 financial results. You can see a record sales of 13.6 million for the second quarter, a 7.4 million year-over-year growth, and then a record gross margin of 5.1 million for the quarter, which is a 2.8 million year-over-year growth. So announcing these financial results from the second quarter, we kind of been waiting for this news. If you're just holding some HCMC, obviously if you're holding HCMC at this point, or even if you probably originally invested in HCMC, you were hoping, or not hoping, but you got into HCMC with the news of the patent infringement lawsuit between HCMC and Philip Morris, hoping some positive news from that lawsuit could result in a quick pump in price of the HCMC stock, which would then obviously could potentially at that time, people were talking about a 50x to 100x your money if you invested into HCMC. I mean, obviously it being very, very cheap at 0001. There was talk back a while ago, and I had made videos on it about HCMC at that time. Philip Morris, if they were to win that patent infringement lawsuit, getting like a ton of money that would be given to HCMC, would go onto their earnings and things like that, just creating a bunch of bullish sentiment. But here's some good news, right? Record sales and record gross margin for HCMC. Net sales from operations for the 3-month period ended June 30th, 2023, amounted to 13.6 million compared to 6.1 million compared to last year. Gross margin, like I said, 2.8 million from a 3-month period ending June 30th, accounting for 5.1 million compared to 2.3 million in the same period. 118% year over year, and then again the net sales was 121% increase from the same time last year. The adjusted EBI TDA loss for the 3-month period amounted to approximately 1.7 million versus the 1.1 million from the same period last year. Should be noted that over 0.6 million or 600,000 in non-recurring expenses were accrued during the 3-month period that ended in June 30th, 2023. Jeffrey Holman, CEO, says, "We are pleased with our second quarter results. We believe our long-term sales growth strategy is fast achieving traction, as evidenced by our positive sales performance. Our results reflected continued trajectory year-over-year revenue and gross profit growth. We are encouraged by our performance in the second quarter, which gives us continued confidence in our direction." The following table set forth our condensed consolidated statements of operations for that 3 and 6 months ended June 30th, 2023, and then 2022. So here's the side-by-side kind of comparison of how this really all breaks down, as far as just like their condensed consolidated balance sheets right here, unaudited. Here's from December 30th, 2022. You can go ahead and pause the video and take a look at this, or I'll leave a link to this description in the video below. But I mean, I just wanted to make this video because this, these financial results come out, record sales, record gross margin here for HCMC. Again, we are still holding out some hope for that patent infringement lawsuit, because the last kind of news that we got was that their HCMC announces success in its appeals of the rulings in patent infringement actions against Philip Morris. I guess in the first appeal, HCMC appealed the ruling of district court dismissing HCMC's patent infringement action and by denying HCMC's motion to amend its pleading. In the second appeal, HCMC appealed district court award of attorney's fees to Philip Morris. In its decision day, the federal court ruled for HCMC by reversing both of those decisions and remanded the case back to the district court for further proceedings. Now, we're talking about that was like almost 4 months ago. and we haven't heard anything yet. So obviously that is not good news in my opinion. I'm not saying it's horrible news, because obviously there hasn't been like news, right? Sometimes no news is good news, right? That's the saying goes. So we do hold out hope for that. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people still, if you are holding HCMC, are holding out hope for something positive to come from that patent infringement lawsuit. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys feel about this. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, you guys have a great day.